Hey, what's up guys, Dhrumadi here, back with another exciting Photoshop tutorial. And into this tutorial we are going to create bokeh. And I know everyone loves bokeh photography, but we are going to create some fake bokeh in Photoshop. So first of all, we are going to take this image and create a bokeh wallpaper, which you can use anywhere. And after that we will create a bokeh background to use for your live action photography as a background, or it's really cool. So let's start it. Okay, so I have my image already opened in Photoshop, and if you want you can go to file and open any image you want. First we are going to create a bokeh wallpaper that looks something like this, which is really beautiful. You can use any image for that, and after that we will create this realistic one, which is also really beautiful. If you want this image to follow the tutorial, the link is in the description. To create that bokeh wallpaper, duplicate your image by pressing Ctrl J and right click on your layer and select convert to smart object, so we can apply any filter without any kind of real destruction. Select Gaussian blur, and this is my previous amount. Apply a lot of that. You have only some colors left, nothing detail, so hit OK. Okay, so after that select your brush tool and select any of the round brush you want, and after that cancel. Okay, after that select this option you can see here. You can also press F5 for that. Select that, and in the brush tip shape make the hardness 100% and increase the spacing until it looks something like this. And after that go to scattering and scatter it a bit. That's looking good, and count should be 1, no, 2 is good. And in the transfer mode apply opacity jitter to 100% and flow jitter make it 0. Good. Now create another new layer, blank layer, by clicking this icon here on your original layer and start painting. Don't worry about it right now. Go to filter, blur, and add some Gaussian blur. By some I mean a lot, until it looks something like this. The amount of blur depends on your image size of your resolution, so that may be vary, but it should look something like this. Create another new layer, paint again, go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. Also some blur right now again here. Good. And put this layer on maybe overlay mode. That looks pretty cool. Now create another blank layer, and this is the final layer, and paint some bokeh you want. As you can see here, this is looking really beautiful right now. And as I'm teaching you right now, I'm not trying multiple times, but if you want some really beautiful, you will have to undo it again and again and start painting again. So keep patience and keep trying. After that create another new layer, and as you can see here I have a gradient tool selected right now, and in the gradient I have this 4 color gradient. Hit OK, and I'm using linear gradient, and just paint it over here, or just anyhow you like it. You can use any color in the gradient you want and put this on soft light mode. As I said, you can use any color you want, and this has started to look really beautiful. You can also apply some blur to our final bokeh layer. So I will go to blur, Gaussian blur, and I will apply my 1 pixel blur, and that is looking really good. Maybe turn down opacity a bit. That is cool. And paint some more maybe. Yes, that's looking really beautiful. Maybe quite a lot. Okay, after that's done, as you can remember, we have a original layer here, so press Ctrl J. I know the layers are really getting confused, but you have to concentrate right now only onto these layers. Sorry for all the confusions. So this is a original layer and I have duplicated it, and I will put it on the top of gradient layer. I will go to filter, blur, and motion blur and hit OK. put it on a screen mode. And this is not looking really good right now, but just turn it down a bit. And as you can see here, we have a really beautiful bokeh wallpaper ready. If you have any confusion, just go back and watch it again. I know it's a little tricky, or maybe process is a little long, but the wallpaper looks really good. And after I put some text over here, as you can see, just to make it some wallpaper thingy. Oops, wrong layer. As you can see here, you can just put it here and use it as your desktop background or anything. So this is done. Let me group it. Press Ctrl G to group anything and turn it off. Okay, now we are going to create something like this, more realistic, and you can use it as your background for some live action images. Okay, to create that one, just duplicate your layer again, and as usual, right click, convert to smart object. After that, go to filter, blur, and fill blur. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that if you have smart object selected, you cannot use those blurs, so unfortunately we will have to rasterize that. So now go to filter, blur, and fill blur. I think Photoshop should do something for these blurs to make them usable in smart object condition, but whatever. This is my previous amount, 15 pixels already. And then you can see here we have bokeh option already. All you have to do is just increase that until you find good enough bokeh for that. Add some colors in that. So it is just basically saturating your image a bit. And then you can see here we have light range that controls the brightness of the bokeh in this image. So if you increase the dark part, obviously this won't look really bright, and that is good. In the end, all you have to concentrate on how beautiful the image is looking right now. So this is looking quite beautiful. Here we have some really strong bokeh, but I think we can help that a bit. Okay, this is looking really good, and hit OK. So as you can see it, we had this image, and just in few seconds you can create something like this, which is really beautiful. And we can also use as a background, as I promised. Let me show you. I downloaded this image from deviantart.com, and I have a link in the description for this also. As you can see here, this is the original image. I just basically masked it. This is the original image, you can see. So I masked it using brush tool, and then added some color correction, you can see here, and some text. I think I should crop it a bit so we can have really good perspective for this. Enter it. This is looking terrible right now, I know. All we have to do is just select our original image, the bokeh one we created right now. Press Ctrl T and make it really big, that it matches the background of the girl. Even large. Okay, this is good. Hit enter and put it something like this. And let me go to full screen mode. See how beautiful this looks. Let me show you the original image again, this image, and here we have a really homemade, actually Photoshop made bokeh. So first of all, we created some bokeh wallpaper, as you can see here, which is looking terrible because of cropping. Let me crop that back. Hit enter. So this is our original bokeh wallpaper, which you can use anywhere, and also a realistic bokeh image, which also looks beautiful. And this is our final product. See how beautiful is that? So if you enjoyed my tutorial, you learned something, you can subscribe to my channel. New tutorials are coming soon. Also, these are my previous tutorials. If you want to watch, you can watch. I think you should watch them, they're pretty cool. Not really exciting, all that, but I have some really good information in this tutorial also. So if you want to watch, you can watch. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting. Take care. Goodbye.